What's going on, guys? It's Unknown Player here, and in this video we're going to take a look at my Iron Banner loot that I've picked up for my two other characters, so my Warlock and my Titan, once they've hit rank 5. That includes their post-game loot drops, and also there's rank 5 packages and anything else on the way. I'll also be giving my impressions on how I thought this Iron Banner went as a whole in terms of the loot, the connection, and the matchmaking, and all that. And if you want to see all the loot that my Hunter got, I made a separate video on that yesterday, which will be linked in the description, and I'll also leave a link to a video of me opening 30 exotic engrams if you want to watch that one too. So a ton of videos to check out right here on the channel. So firstly, we're going to look at my Warlock first, and I also have these two exotic engrams that I've picked up along the way, so make sure you stick around to the end to see what exotics we get from these, which will be pretty interesting. My Warlock didn't actually manage to pick up any other weapons, which is pretty disappointing. I was hoping to get another version of the Hakon's Hatchet Auto Rifle and see if I get some different perks, but in terms of the armor pieces, picked up quite a lot. Now, the first thing are these are boots. We've got 3 different pairs, and the first one right here is 335. This one is really impressive. We've got 78 and 78 discipline and strength. Now, this comes with sniper ammo and machine gun ammo, which is kind of good and bad. I do tend to use the Quillem's Terminus quite a lot on my Void Walker, and this also has the Void perk as well, which is pretty interesting. So I'm actually looking forward to using these. I think I might make them one of the main ones I use for my Void Walker, and a lot of my chest pieces that are exotic come with the rocket ammo, so I can interchange those with sniper and rocket, and that's an ideal loadout for me. So 335, I'm really happy with these things. Now, the next ones, I got a 334. These came with sidearm ammo and also rocket, Void again, and this one's an intellect discipline, so pretty decent right here. And again, 334. And these final ones, I got a 335. Once again, really happy with the light levels, and this came with fusion rifle and rocket, discipline strength, and also again that Void double down. So a lot of choices for my Void Walker right here, and once again the light levels are really impressive. Lots of 335 stuff, and the boots seem to be the main thing dropping for my Warlock. No other weapons or any other items right there. Didn't get a class item. Now, looking at his rank 5 package, I was really hoping to get a weapon because I've been getting so much armor pieces, and the weapons I think are the most interesting, and there's a lot of scope for getting some good perk rolls. But unfortunately, I did not get a weapon. I got the helmet. Now, this came in at 335. Once again, it's kind of expected. I think I was around like 333, 332 when I opened the package. So 335 is quite expected. And like I've said before, Iron Banner is just raining down with 334 and 5 loot right now. So the helmet light level, once again, really impressive. I've never been a fan of the look of this helmet. I think it looks just really boring and really weird. So I'll definitely find something else to infuse it into. But again, can't complain because it is 335. Now let's move over to my Titan and see what he picked up. These were a little bit more interesting. The first thing was a Ghost Shell that came at 334. This thing's pretty decent. It's got 34 intellect and discipline, and it's also got bonus glimmer for killing the Warlocks in the Crucible, which I don't think I had before, so it's good to have one of each. I've got the Titan, the Hunter, and now the Warlock, so I'll keep this thing around just in case for whatever reason I'm killing loads of Warlocks, and it's nice to have one of each. In terms of armor, he picked up the Iron Companion Greaves, which are 335. Really happy with the light level of these. Once again, super high level drop. Never been a fan of the look of these. I don't like how they're not symmetrical. I really love most of my armor in Destiny to be symmetrical. I hate when there's something just weird sticking out on one side that isn't on the other, so I've never been a fan of these boots, so I'll probably infuse them into something. These have got intellect and strength and rocket ammo, and also the arc double down perk. Into the class items, I picked up something really cool, a 335 mark. This has got intellect, strength, and of course this is going to be your standard mark that gives you bonus reputation for the Iron Banner. You definitely need one of these things, and this is the PlayStation exclusive version in case you're wondering why it looks a little bit different. So this is pretty cool, and I'm definitely happy with the light level. Once again, if we look at the rank 5 package, of course I was again looking for a weapon, but sadly I did not get that. I got a chest piece, and a pretty awful one at that. Probably one of the worst drops I've gotten for my Titan. This thing didn't even come at 335. It's 334, and it came with just awful perks: hand cannon and fusion rifle ammo. It's got strength and discipline, and also arc armor, and I never use a striker really on my Titan, so pretty disappointed with this thing, and it's not even decent enough to infuse it into something else. So pretty bad chest piece right here, and I really wish the weapons had a greater chance of dropping than just the armor pieces, because you can just buy the armor pieces from Saladin and get them in game, and the perks don't really matter. All you really want is intellect, discipline, and strength that you're happy with, whereas the weapons, you can get loads of different rolls and pretty much infinite different combinations of the perks and rolls on them. Another way I would change the package would be those Ghost Shells. The 321s, I completely do not see the point of them. I'd rather if they had a chance to drop up to 335. I pretty much see them as just legendary marks, and you have a way better chance of getting an actual 335 Ghost if you just play the game, so I'm not really too sure on why they still add them. It seems like a subpar reward for a rank 5 package. Now, overall, in terms of the Iron Banner loot experience, I think it's definitely the best Iron Banner has ever been so far. They seem to be just raining loot, and the way I see Iron Banner right now is basically just the best way to farm for infusion fuel and get some high-level stuff for your other characters. You've got to get really lucky to get a decent roll on some of the stuff, so most of it is pretty much just infusion fuel, and as you'll see in my videos, most of the stuff ends up getting infused anyway. Now, in terms of the Iron Banner experience, honestly, this is probably one of the worst in terms of lag. I'm not sure what they've done. Like I said in a previous video, Bungie seem to have a very difficult job on their hands in terms of when they fix one thing or try and do something or improve it, they tend to break something else. And I'm not sure what's happened with matchmaking, but it's probably one of the worst connections I've had in terms of Iron Banner. And they were on a very good track earlier, a couple months ago, when they're fixing it and removing skill-based matchmaking. But playing Iron Banner throughout this week, the connection was definitely really bad. I just felt like a second behind a lot of games, a lot of yellow bars. And the worst thing I think was there are a lot of red bar players who were top of the leaderboard. I don't think that should ever happen. If you've got a bad connection, you should not be able to have an advantage over everyone else. And there are a lot of people who are just unhittable. So I'm really hoping that Bungie does some kind of improvements like they were doing a couple months ago. I'm pretty sure they'll fix it eventually. But like I said, it's a very complicated game and it's often very difficult to try and fix it and nail it right on the head, especially in terms of connection when there's millions of players involved. So hopefully sometime soon that connection can get improved. And we've seen them do it before, so it is definitely possible. And I'm sure they will do it eventually. Now, like I promised, let's take a look at those exotic engrams to finish off the video. Open up on my hunter, of course, because he is the max level 335 and he has the greatest chance to get 335 exotics from them. So we managed to pick up the Don't Touch Me gauntlets, which are pretty cool, and also the Radiant Dance Machines. The Don't Touch Me came in at 335, which I'm happy with, and also Scout Rifle Reload, which is definitely a very desirable perk for me as a Scout Rifle player, and also the Radiant Dance Machines, which again came at 335, so really happy with those light levels. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts down below. How do you think this Iron Banner went? Is the connection been fine for you? And what kind of stuff you've been picking up in general in terms of loot? And have you enjoyed it? So drop those comments down below. I want to see how you're getting on with the Iron Banner. Drop a like rating on this video if you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more videos on this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.